evening of trap shooting. That's my all-time favorite tool. Of course, there's really only one tool you can use for trap shooting, but needless to say, this tool of choice has definitely brought down a lot of game on the wing. And well, I want to talk to you a little bit on some tips, what you can do in the off season to help make you a better shot, hopefully put some more game on the ground. And with that, I mean, practice is everything. It's just like fishing. The more time you can spend on the water, the better you're going to be. So if you have ideally either a manual thrower, or we just got ourselves a nice sit-on thrower that can even do doubles, which if you want to challenge, that works well. And then if you really want to challenge, you can do some Batus. That's a whole nother topic, is types of clays. So with that, a couple tricks that I have that will hopefully make you a better shot. The one thing that's going to mess majority of hunters up is forgetting to swing through your shot. So you're kind of in an area, you're going to take your firearm and you want to keep going, and when you pull that trigger, you don't stop. You want to keep swinging. Everybody has a tendency, the second they pull that trigger, they stop. And every time you do that, you're going to be behind your target every time. So, trick I have for that, something my buddy taught me. Obviously, remember your rules for firearm safety. You always want to make sure that it's unloaded. Never point to anything you don't intend to destroy. Always near your target and what's beyond it. Keep those rules in mind. But where your wall comes to the ceiling and there's that crease, start at one corner, and some point in between there, pull. And I would recommend keeping the safety on unless you have a good gunsmith in your area. You can eventually wear out a firing pin unless you have snap caps. The whole point of the exercise, however, is getting used to squeezing that trigger and swinging through. As long as you can get that habit and just keep getting used to that and building that, it'll help tremendously. I apologize for the wind. It's been a blustery day, hence the reason we didn't do any fishing today. The other thing you can do, and this is something I personally struggle with as well, is when I'm looking at the bead of my shotgun, I'm not actually looking at it, I'm looking through it. One of my favorite sayings I ever heard, is you point a shotgun, you do not aim a shotgun. So keep that in mind whenever you're shooting. We have a special guest with us today as well. So when you're aiming, if you find yourself not focusing on your target, you're going to miss a lot of shots. Like I said, that is my biggest issue I have when it comes to shooting shotgun. Now, one of the things I know has helped me, and I think it's going to help my wife as she's learning, take your thumb, point it up at a target. Focus on it first. Make sure you're really looking at it. Bring your thumb up. What you should see is either your thumb's going to be blurry. Ideally, you'll see you're looking through your thumb like it barely exists. There's just a halo of it. You should have a very similar effect when you're looking down the rib of your shotgun and looking through that bead. Through the bead. You do that, focus on your target, you're going to have a much better time tracing it, you're going to have a much better time staying on target. If you have to do a follow-up or you're doing a double or a triple, it'll be a much easier transition when you learn to focus on what you're aiming for. So those are my two biggest tips I have for helping you hopefully put more game on the ground. I hope it helps. We're going to be here a little less than 2 months. End of September is our waterfowl season opener. Actually, we have grouse even before that. That'll be beginning of September. So it's coming up. I'm looking forward to it. Wing shooting and going after birds is probably my all-time favorite thing in the world. So, you know, it's time to practice, time to get ready. I need to get the dog going, but she's been a good girl, but never hurts to practice. So with that, I hope this guy gives you guys some direction if you're struggling, gives you something to go off of, and like I said, I hope it helps. So like, subscribe, share for more of our content. We're gonna keep broadening our horizons and the scope of the channel as to what we do. So please stay tuned, don't lose us, and we hope to see you around.